John Newcombe, a former world number one himself, gave me the trophy and said, welcome to the number one club. I went back to Bermuda for a week off, and then by the time I came back, I was already number two. I'm just hoping there's someone else who becomes number one who just does another week, you know, and just sort of joins me of number ones who have only spent 1 week there. And there's not many. I'm very unique. When you play the greats like Sampras and Agassi, that was my generation of the guys that were pretty solid, you know, at number one. Always enjoyed playing Andre because I enjoyed our match-up and styles. You know, I'd chip charge and come to the net and he would pass me and lob me and do whatever he needed to do to beat me, which he did pretty often. And I got him a few times and we got to play each other in, you know, Grand Slams and big occasions, which was unreal. And then when I played Pete, it was just same style of player. He was better, a lot better at doing it than what I was. Pete was just too good. You know, the Australian way of playing was a little bit ugly. We sort of bluffed our way through matches, but we competed. And that was sort of a throwback again. I think I just carried on sort of that type of tradition. And you fight hard and, you know, when you get excited, you get excited. And you had Andre, you know, who really just, you know, put a new face to tennis a lot in America where, you know, as you said, that brash and out there and big personality, and just sort of brought Hollywood, you know, to tennis. And Pete was that quieter, reserved, and he just went about his business. He stayed true to himself, and I think we all did. I don't think you could be really successful and being fake. You're always trying to work on your weaknesses a little bit, but the thing is, you come to a stage where you go, you know what, how about we just cover up the weaknesses and let's just make our strengths better and better and better. So, you know, serve and volley, athleticism, you know, making sure you're making every first volley nice and deep in corners, trying to make returns, not the greatest returner, but trying to get into points and then using my athleticism to run balls down and chip and make things ugly. Yeah, I wouldn't call my game relaxed or me relaxed. A bit more about intensity. When you talk about relaxed, I presume you talk about emotional and sort of being overexcited. I did keep things a lot in my wheelhouse because I was always thinking. I didn't have time to smash a racket. But when I did go off, I went off like a firecracker. I was 9 years older than Leighton as well. I mean, he was this baby that came along on tour, and I remember he came to Davis Cup at 15, and when playing points with him, he's chopping me. I'm going, what is this is not right. He's a little kid. You know, he can hardly serve. But my God, he just knew how to play the game. He kept pushing you to be better. When he was on tour, I didn't want to see him anywhere near my draw. And when he did, I was hoping he wouldn't get through because I didn't want to play him. And Roger Federer came on the scene in '99, and I got to play him. He got a wild card, I think, and then he came on and he beat me the first set 7-5. And I was like, you punk. And I actually was trying to work out how I was going to get through to him as well. And I got off in the second set, and then he might have done a double, or I won a big point and I just got in his face and went, come on, like that. And he sort of melted a little bit. He was a little bit soft at that stage. You know, once he sorted that part of his game out, my God, it was such a good time to leave the game. He wanted me to stay in there so he could start beating me, and I was just trying to get out of the game as quickly as I could. I do know in some ways I've got many titles as a number one player that no one will ever be able to take away. Obviously the shortest number one, you can't beat it. Never lost a match as number one in the world. Probably one of the greatest number ones there was, actually. Yeah.